Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by for your daily Reiki micro session. This is just a micro session because it's only 5 minutes long, where our regular session does last an hour. So, this is just a little taste of Reiki to give you an idea about it, to help you decide if you might like more of this in your life or not. So, we're going to do 5 minutes of Reiki. After that, we'll do 5 minutes of questions where I'll take your questions that you have and use my tarot cards and my psychic abilities and come up with nice, solid answers that'll help you move forward productively in your life. But for right now, let's just focus on the Reiki. There are so many good and wonderful things that the Reiki can be used for. But for today, I'm just focusing on whatever is for each of you for your highest and best good as an individual. And then if you have something more specific that you would like the Reiki to focus on, feel free to go ahead and adjust the intention for yourself. Just keep the Reiki for you. So let's get started, shall we? All right, so we're starting Reiki at 47 after the hour. That means that we're going to be finishing it up at 52 after. Gracie, hola, welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. Shakoya, welcome. Glad you ladies are here. Regina Tarot, welcome. Glad you're here. What's everybody grateful for today? I think I'm grateful for sunlight today. I'm keeping it real basic. I'm grateful for sunlight. How about everybody else? While we're here doing Reiki, we may as well work on our gratitude attitude. You're grateful for making it here in time. This is like the second time that you've got here really fast in a row. Well, I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad that it's beneficial for you. Angela Lukes, welcome, welcome. A large coffee on the app from Mickey D's. Whoop, whoop. Good food and sunlight. And your church. You've got so much to be grateful for. That's fantastic. Being able to work from home. I know that is a big blessing, isn't it, Regina? It's wonderful. So do you do tarot full time, Regina? Family and good health. Yes, yes. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Oh, me too. How long have you been doing this as your main gig, the source of income? How long have you been making this your primary source of income? I apologize, guys. The furnace is kicking on. I know it's loud. I just don't have any way to stop it right now. I can't freeze my roommates out. Two more minutes left on the Reiki. Thank you for the thumbs ups. Everybody who's left a thumbs up, I do appreciate it. Oh, and of course, by the way, super chats are never required, but always appreciated. Right? Gotcha. So you were doing it on the side for like 19 years. Very cool. I've been full time with mine since 2013. I do this and I do the two, I keep both. I love it, Angela. What a great way to put some perspective on it. Look at that. You guys are just so amazing. I have the most amazing people that are my clients and that are in my rooms and that follow me. I love you guys. One more minute of Reiki. Oh, trust me. Trust me. I know. All right, guys, let's wrap up the Reiki. It's now time for questions. Whoever has a question, just throw it in the chat box. I'm going to start my timer and I'll answer questions for 5 minutes. And of course, once again, super chats are never required, but always appreciated. Oh, no, you're totally fine, Gracie. We appreciate it. All right, let's see. Let me get my deck ready. Message from Spirit for Angela Lukes. What would you like to say to Miss Angela Lukes today? Today. Those of you who would like to get a question answered in a more private type of way, you can get a one question reading on my website, which is listed in the description box below. Oh, that's interesting, Angela. You've got 2 of my release cards showing up out of 3. You've got the Hanged Man in reverse, which when the Hanged Man is in reverse, he's found a solution to something that has had him paralyzed or motionless. You've got the 9 of Clubs, which talks about preparing and preparation. And you've got the 8 of Swords in reverse, which talks about release as well. Release from old mindsets that were holding you back, actually. So what we have here basically is it's time to take some action. You've got a solution in front of you. It's time to take some action. That action involves getting prepared to be released. So you want to be prepared for, okay, where are you going to go the next time where your saying says, gives you any kind of trouble about being there. It's time to start making preparations for where you're going to go. Okay, so that's for Angela. Shakoya, message from Spirit. Regina, that is way too general. Pick a specific question, please, my dear. Message from Spirit, please, and thank you, Shakoya. Michael, hello. You're late today. Where have you been? Shakoya's message from Spirit. Sequoia, you have a Knight of Clubs showing up in reverse. You have a 2 of Swords, which is kind of like a Justice card, but not completely. And then you have the Justice card, but the Justice card's in reverse. Okay, so Sequoia, I have something here that I don't think you're really going to want to hear. If you don't know the cards, you don't know what I'm about to say yet, so I'm going to apologize in advance. Basically, you've got a 2-time and cheating running around MFer in your life. You're making a decision about this. And what I think is happening is you're going to decide to break up with the person, but they're going to break up with you first. Sorry. Let's see. Did Regina reword her question? Not yet. What does Spirit feel the need to tell Gracie? What would Spirit like to talk to Gracie about? You guys are getting really general with these questions. Really general. You know I like something that has some meat in it. Okay, Gracie. Excuse me. Got the Empress with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse with the Moon. So here's Gracie. Manifesting, bringing in the things that she loves. Happy, manifesting for Gracie. Then bump into Wheel of Fortune in reverse. All of a sudden, things aren't going as good as they used to be. Why? Because there's somebody that is keeping the truth from you. And I think that you're very aware of that, and that's throwing your energy off. It's making it hard for you to focus on your happiness. So key here is keep focusing on your happiness. We don't care what they're hiding. We care what you're manifesting. Okay, that's your message, Gracie. You're quite welcome. Angela, you were sleeping? Well, I hope you're happy to wake up to us. I hope you know what that means, Gracie. La, da, da. Any idea where you will live? LRKK. I'll tell you what, LRKK, I'm not going to answer that question here because I'd like to do things a little differently than that. But if you want to do a one question reading off of the website, and if you have options of ideas where you think what might be good for you to move to, we can look at something that'll be more empowering for you. Like, where would it be good for you to move to? What would be the best option for you as far as where to move to? Something like that we could look at because that's empowering. Okay. Okay, well, Ms. Regina, if you want to do an actual reading with me, like a live reading where we can actually talk in person, if I have a lot of times where clients, and I'm sure you've seen this before, where clients don't really know how to ask their question, I can help you with figuring out how to ask the question in a specific way. Here's my thing. I think that it is my job to make sure that you guys get the biggest bang for your buck. And yes, I know this is a free 5 minutes, but still, I would like you to get the most value out of this. And so what I do is I kind of tweak your all's questions. Most of you have been here a while. Y'all know that I do this. But if I think that you're asking too much of an open question, I'm going to help you to kind of narrow that lens in a little bit. And same thing, if that lens is too tight to where we're not allowing spirit to give us an answer that, maybe might not be what we expect, then I'm going to ask you to open it up as we ask the question. Because my thing is, if you ask spirit a super vague question, you're going to get a super vague answer, and that's not necessarily helpful. In fact, it's just usually flat not helpful. But if we ask a nice specific question, then we've got some information that we can really go on as we're making plans moving forward. And I want to be helpful and productive for you guys. So that's why I tweak those questions. And Regina, if you want to do a live reading, I can certainly help you with that. We can just start kind of talking about the situation a little tiny bit, long enough for me to get a grip on where you're going with what it is you need to know. That's up to you, though. All that information is on my website below. La, da, da, da. La, da, da, da. Cool. Thank you, LRKK. Angela Lukes, it's really important when you get a reading to pay attention to what's said and what's not said. A lot of people have a habit of putting words in the reader's mouth. You don't want to do that because that can really throw you off. If you just assume that because something came up, oh, that must be saying this, when that is not what Spirit said, you probably want to think about it a little bit more. It is. It is, of course. What else could it be, Mr. Michael? All right, guys, thank you so much for being here and spending some of your precious time with me. I do appreciate it. I am going to rock and roll out of here. Thank you for the thumbs ups, those of you who have given those, and thank you for sharing this video with others who may find them helpful, especially the Reiki section. And if I don't see you guys for a private session in between now and then I'll see you back for the next video. Peace out.